the quick recovery of Moshe Shimon ben Leah Esther Chaya Halevi. Okay, so the Siddur of the Parsha starts off with a very famous, well-known mitzvah, and it's called bikkurim, which is the first fruits. And so this is the theme brings out the idea that we are one. So Moshe told the Jewish people, when you enter the land of Israel, you must take the first of all the fruit of the earth and go to the place on which God will choose to rest his name, in other words, the Holy Temple. So this commandment of bikkurim, the first fruits, became operative only after the entire Jewish people were settled in their land. As can be seen in the book of Joshua, this process took 14 years. Nonetheless, until the conquest and settlement of the land was complete, no one was obligated to bring their first fruits annually to the temple. The reason for this is because the ritual of the first fruits expresses our thankfulness for God's goodness. And as long as there remained even one Jew who had not yet received his portion in the land of Israel, the people as a whole could not experience complete joy and thanksgiving. The same applies to us today. As long as there is even a single Jew who is materially or spiritually deprived, the rest of us cannot experience complete joy. The material or spiritual plight of our fellow Jews, and through them the plight of all humanity and creation in general, should inspire us to action designed to remedy this situation. So now we go on to the next theme, which is running away from blessing. So the pasuk says, "Uvo elecha kol habrachos ha'ela v'hisigucha," and blessings shall come upon you and reach you. The Torah promises that if we faithfully observe the mitzvahs, the commandments, then all these blessings shall come upon us. The Degel Machne Ephraim asks why the Torah speaks of these rewards as the hisigucha, in other words, reaching the people. Seemingly, the Torah should have said the opposite, that batasigeim, that the people will achieve all that they set out to achieve, that they reach the goals they pursue and obtain the blessings that they seek. So the Degel Machne Ephraim explains, based on the famous pasuk, the verse in Tehillim, in the Psalms, in which King David proclaims, "Ach tov v'chesed yirafuni kol yemei chayai." Only kindness and goodness shall pursue me throughout my entire life. David here asks that Hashem's blessings should always pursue him, even when he runs away from them. Sometimes a person unknowingly runs away from God's blessings, from that which is really good for him. Due to our limited knowledge, understanding, and foresight, we do not always know what is good for us and what isn't. We are not always able to recognize blessing. People often push away someone in their lives, a job opportunity, an investment opportunity, a Torah learning opportunity, deciding that for whatever reason that person or that opportunity isn't right for them or would not benefit them. David HaMelech, recognizing this phenomena, therefore beseeched God, "Ach tov v'chesed yirafuni," that the blessings should continue pursuing him even when he unknowingly runs away from them. He humbly asks that Hashem bring the blessings to him even when he thinks he doesn't want them, when he thinks they are detrimental and not beneficial. This then is the meaning of the Torah's promise, the hisigucha. Our rewards for faithfully observing the mitzvahs include the promise that the blessings we run away from will catch up to us, that we will benefit even from those things which we never realized could benefit us. Rav Menachem ben Zion Sachs offers a different interpretation of the hisigucha, explaining that Hashem's blessings should bring a person a sense of accomplishment and contentment. Too often, people fail to enjoy their material blessings because they never feel satisfied with what they have and constantly desire more. In order to enjoy the blessings that Hashem gives us, we need also the blessing of the Hisigucha, the wisdom and serenity to experience contentment, to feel whole and complete, and to appreciate all that we have without focusing on what we still lack. Now, a desire for novelty. A desire for novelty is an intrinsic component of our humanity. Moshe therefore told the Jewish people that they become God's people anew every single day. The covenant between God and the Jewish people was made only once, with the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai, but God renews it with each one of us on a daily basis. We should therefore view the daily personal renewal of our relationship with God with as much interest and enthusiasm as if it were the first time. For indeed it is the first time. Now, challenging ourselves and challenging God. So the verse says, the person who gives his agricultural tithes to the temple, he says, look down from your holy dwelling from the heavens and bless your people Israel. The person who makes this declaration is testifying that the Jewish people are devoted to God passionately, beyond the limits of what would be dictated by logic. In return for this irrational devotion, we ask that God treat us irrationally as well, crowning our efforts with success that surpasses what would rationally be expected. We should not consider such irrational devotion to God to be voluntary or supplementary. God requires us to constantly challenge ourselves, to prove to Him and to ourselves that our devotion to Him and to our life's mission knows no bounds. In return, He showers us with His unbounded blessings, transforming even dire situations into revealed good. Now, for the entire world's sake, included in Moshe's blessings was the promise that the Jewish people would not be conquered by their enemies if they remained faithful to their covenant with God. Moshe said, your enemies will attack you from one direction, but they will flee from you in 7 directions. So Moshe did not promise the Jewish people that they would kill their enemies, only that their enemies will be prevented from harming them. From this we see that when the Jewish people follow the Torah's instructions, it elicits divine blessing not only for us but for the whole world. Even our enemies are allowed to live peacefully and securely in their own land and are prevented from harming us in any way. Moses told the Jewish people that after they conquered the land that is the end of Parsha's Savo, and next week we'll be back again, God willing, with the next Parsha. Until then, have a wonderful Shabbos and a good following week. Kol Tuv Shalom.